The items that are on the agenda, talk to me a little bit about what you brought forward to the commission.
Yes, Jefferson County has traditionally paid our precincts a rental fee and a cleanup fee, and to continue to seek goodwill with our precincts. We appreciate all our precincts opening up their facilities. The resolution was brought forth today was to increase that fee from $100 rental fee to $250, and the cleanup fee from $100 to $250. So we want to show the facilities and then the precincts in these communities that we care about their facility, we care about their well-being, and this is a sign that Jefferson County is committed to that.
I think you said that you had some people who were, some facilities that had thought about dropping off out of concern over bringing people in and the virus. Is that it?
Yeah, you know, we're opening up gradually, and some facilities are just fine with us coming in, and some are a little leery. You know, certain churches haven't even started back services yet. Certain community centers aren't open yet, but we're in a gradual phase in of reopening. And so the fact that we called them, let them know what our plans were, we're thinking of them, and we want to be good stewards while we're there. So increasing the amount we pay them certainly help them and let them know that the county cares.
Commissioner Tyson raised a question about an 80-plus-year-old woman who had been dropped from the voting roll. But as I think you pointed out, counties like Jefferson are way down the line on that. What likely transpired there?
Yeah, every county gets a list from the Administrative Office of Courts and the clerk, and it tells us if an individual has a disqualifying felony. So the county doesn't generate that. That's generated from the state. And the timing of that, the counties have no control over that. So someone could have done an offense years ago, and the state's just sending it to us now. And I think that's the situation Commissioner Tyson was alluding to. But the counties don't have any control over that. So we in Jefferson County then take that list and we run it by our county attorney. And once the county attorney says, yes, this is a disqualifying offense, we mail them a letter. Now, also in the letter, we tell them what their rights are, that there is a process of appeal, and also if they have already received their pardon and done everything and received their papers from the state parole board, they can bring it to us, they can email it, they can send it to us, fax it to us, and we'll get them back on the rolls. So yes, people have been removed from the rolls, but over a course of a year, we actually put a couple hundred people back on the rolls because they have presented the proper paperwork. So it's a give and take. The county's downstream because it's a state-designed system.
Okay. One more thing. There was discussion about money being spent for polling and the like. I think I heard you say that one of the things that was draining when other things were shut down, you had to keep staff in place. Talk about that, please.
Yeah, normally if the primary runoff had not been postponed, we would have had the election on March 31st and absentee voting would have concluded on March 26th. Because the postponement went to July 14th, and then the Secretary of State then issued that absentee voting would remain open. So instead of, you're looking at a 3.5 week margin, you're looking at 15 or 16 weeks of absentee voting, because this is probably the longest period I can recall between the primary and the runoff. Well, we kept all that staff in place because people are continuing to vote absentee, and because the runoff isn't until the 14th of July. So that drained the line item on the budget for that staffing. And so that's what was presented today, so we could have enough to staff it. Absentee voting concludes on July 9th. And when that's concluded, then we'll start making preparations for the fall, and that absentee voting will crank up right after Labor Day. So there'll be a little bit of gap where as much staff is not needed. And that's what we would have seen if absentee voting would have concluded on March 26th. We wouldn't have had, 14, 15 weeks of extra staffing because it was mandated to be open.